Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna work on this heater today. I've got two batteries over there. I did get the harness, and temporarily we're gonna run it off of this diesel can, but since it's not up in the air on this stand, because the original ones are supposed to be those tan plastic jerry cans, and they sit on this rack side by side, and they gravity feed through this. So you can see those two pieces screw onto the jerry cans. Get out of here where you can see it and ain't in the shade or shadow. And each one has its own cutoff, and it looks like they're just using air fittings for quick couplers. So this hose here will clip into that, and then the other end of it hooks into this, and then of course it goes through a sediment bowl. It looks like it has some kind of fuel shutoff right there. I don't know, you probably can't see it with the shadow, but there is some kind of a shutoff with a harness that goes into here. I'm sure if something goes wrong with the system, it kills the fuel to it. We'll have to prime it up since we're not gravity feeding. We're just pumping out of this. So what I've got is one of the little 12-volt diesel pumps, electric pumps, and I'm going to run that into this tank just till it gets primed up, and then I should be able to shut it off, and the internal pump right there should pick it up and light and burn and do everything it's supposed to. Now, I don't know, I better take this off so it don't get burnt. That's a spare screen and gasket for the sediment bowl. I don't know if it'll run with the top off. We're going to try it. And I am indoors, so it's not going to be real safe, but when I get ready to light it, I'll open the roll-up door. There's your exhaust. This is going to be blowing out some extremely hot air and carbon monoxide, and then the inlet and outlet, which will be, they both hook into those hoses, and they actually both go into the tent. So it pulls cool air out, circulates it through here, heats it, and puts it right back in the tent, and meanwhile the unsafe fumes get exhausted outside, because this whole thing sits outside anyways. So what I'm going to have to do is take that line off of there or off of here, so that I can do a makeshift fuel line between the tank and here, so we can try this thing out, see if it's going to light, see if it's going to heat, and all that good stuff. So that being said, I'm going to set everything up, hook up the batteries to the little pigtail, plug it into the heater. I'm going to get the fuel line set up, and then we'll get the camera back on and see if we can't turn it on and get it going. Okay, we got diesel in her now. You hear the fuel pump running. I don't know if you can see the fuel going through there. Now, it's on. We're going to have it set right in the middle. Fan is winding up. You can see the fuel through the fan trying to get in there. Oh, I see the exhaust. See the smoke? Well, keeps throwing a fault code. I wonder why that is. I know we've got power to everything. Just start over. I think the fuel system's just not primed up. May just have too much fuel going in it. This is kind of the way that little Weber heater works. Pumps, and everything starts winding up, and boom. Hear it? It's lit. Something's lit. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and open this door now. We're not showing any fault codes. Oh, you know what? It's not going to blow until we get that cover back on. Let's shut it down, put the cover on, seal it up, because right now the fan isn't pushing the air over this, it's just blowing it everywhere. So let's turn it off, and it's going to have to shut down and evacuate all the stuff out of the system before it kills the fan. Yeah, I forgot about that. Got the cover back on. Let's fire it up. I'm gonna shut this door a little bit. It's kind of cold. I don't guess we need that on there. That's only if we're gonna put the duct work on, which we're not. Let's turn her on up as high as she'll go. I guess it takes that long to clear the system out. Alright. On, no fault codes. And like I said, this thing somehow has a battery charger while it's running. It's supposed to charge the batteries. You're only supposed to charge them first initial time you put them on here. You should hear the fuel pump kicking on. There it goes. Should light here in a minute. Well, I think the fan will actually come on and then it'll light. There it goes. Fan's on. And it's lit. Winding up. Oh yeah, there you go. It scared me. It was a little cold air and then all of a sudden it got warm real quick, just like that. Fumes in the camera, but it's definitely burning. Oh, do a fault code again. We may have a problem with the fuel flow. Yeah, I think it's going to need that gravity feed to keep the fuel pump right now is putting too much fuel to it, I believe, especially since it has a pump in it. But without it, it's not enough. That little pump is not enough to suck it out of that can up and then back into the heater. So I think it needs that gravity feed to run properly. But we're gonna reset everything, turn the pump on, get it lit, and then see if it'll run on its own for a while. I just need to test it, make sure it actually is gonna work. And I think it will. Fuel pump on, heater on. What we'll do, shut that off. Whenever I hear it light, I'm going to go ahead and turn the fuel pump on for just a little bit and let it run, and then I'll shut it off. I guess I could put this up on something. I don't know if it'll sit on this or not. Nope, it's not going to sit on that. If I see it start to smoke a lot, we're going to turn the electric pump on, because then we'll know it ain't getting enough fuel. Still in the diesel. She's really winding up. I think it's going this time. Yeah, it's getting pretty warm right there. That's starting to get like room temperature air. But it's probably about 30-something, 40 degrees inside this shop right now. No fault codes for the moment. Still winding up though. It'd be nice if the kit came with some kind of a exhaust hose, but I guess it doesn't matter if you're going to have it outside if you just exhaust into the atmosphere. That's got to be one of the quietest fans I've ever heard in my life. Oh yeah. I think it's still winding up too. I guess when it gets fully up to speed, these two lights should come on. showing it's charging the 2 batteries. I have no idea what this is. It doesn't push, it doesn't turn, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's still getting faster and faster. Go ahead and kill that. I don't want to mess something up. Put too much fuel in it. Oh yeah, that would, I can see where that would heat up a room. Especially if you're pulling the cold air out and then heating the air and putting it right back in the room. That's where it really, really helps. Brandon, this is his heater. I don't know if you could hear that. Yeah, the tone of that fuel pump changed. Hey, oh, not much. I got this heater going. Yeah, I'm making a video on it right now, and it works good. Yeah. Now, don't. Well, yeah, I ran it on my can. What I did though, here's the thing. I've got just a fuel can, and I got an electric pump to pull it out of the can and put it to the heater. Well, the electric pump is too much because it already has its own pump inside. So that's where it needs to be gravity fed. It'd be just the right amount of pressure for the pump to pick up. But if I shut my electric pump off, it'll run for a little bit and you'll start hearing that pump really clattering like it's running out of fuel because it's having to pull it up out of the can and into the machine on its own. Because they ain't got quite enough strength to do that. So they have to be gravity fed. Yep. If you have it gravity fed, it runs right in there and the pump picks it up and it works perfect. But yeah, I've got the remote. You can turn it on and off with the remote. Now it's got 2 lights. It says battery charging for each battery. Battery charging and battery charging. Neither one of them's lit yet, but I still don't think this thing's wound up all the way. It takes it a while to get spun up. But it's throwing out some freaking air now, hot air. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Yeah, we need 4 of them suckers. There we go. And see, one of the battery charging lights just came on. And I just dropped And I bet in a few minutes the other battery charging light will come on. So yeah. I know, I gotta find my temp gun. It's in this shop somewhere, and with all the crap I got in here, finding something that small is like looking for a needle in a haystack. But if I can't wait to see it run, I can't wait to see a video on it. Okay, well that'll work. I'm making the video right now, and I'll do some editing, and I'll get it uploaded this evening. Absolutely. Let me know what you think of it. All right, man, I will. All right, bye. Well, there you have it, guys. It's and one of those batteries is brand new. The other one's been in a lawnmower, so it's not quite charged. So I imagine it's going to take a little longer for the other light to come on. I just want to know how in the heck that thing charges them. It's got to have something that the fan spins, or it converts heat into 12 volts, I guess, somehow, to keep them batteries charged, because this is a fully self-contained unit. It's like he was saying on the phone, you just hook everything up, fire it up, and it keeps the batteries hot. As long as you've got a fuel supply to it, and you got voltage to the batteries, you got heat. Oh yeah, look at that. It's starting to glow cherry red right now. And it's already like being in the house in here. It's already that warm. So, okay guys, well I'm going to pause this for now. Probably going to go ahead and turn this thing off, let it start winding down, fill the fuel to it, and start putting everything back up. Because I've got another project I've got to get in the shop. Thank you. This setup, I've got to get this off, clean it up. There was another piece over here, I got to clean that up. I've got to mount this pump, those two barrels on here somehow. I got to have everything hooked together through this pump so that you can open those up and have this water mix with it and all kinds of stuff. But I had to pull that fitting out because the ones that were in there are so gummed up you couldn't even get them apart, and I didn't want to mess up the tank, so I just pulled it out and made me a little handle to reach down in there. And of course you can see all the junk and trash in there. That was probably just algae that died off and turned brown, so I'm gonna have to rinse all this out, but may even have to jump down in there and vacuum some of it out, because this thing's got to be super clean. It can't have anything in the water. Same thing with them tanks. But I've got, like, I call them clamping studs. I don't know what they actually are, but you drill a hole in that and you put a fitting from the inside and one from the outside, and it makes a little threaded bung where you can attach barb fittings or whatever, shut-offs. And there'll be shut-offs on everything, so you can shut one off, turn the other on, blah, blah, blah. So as soon as I get this heater situated, I'll shut her all down, take that stuff apart, and then move this in and start working on fittings. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any other questions on something about how it runs, just let me know and I'll see if I can answer them for you. But now I'm excited to get mine, because I'm going to have one just like this. He had two of them. So I'll get that thing, get her going, and I'll have a heater for here. But what I'll probably do is build something outside to run it outside and run the ductwork through the window. I'll make a plate or something that goes over it for both of those to come in. I wonder if those go on the other side. I bet you the ductwork attaches to that, and these attach to the side in the building to keep an animal from going in there and ended up in the heater. I bet you that's how it works. I'll look at the manual and see. But anyways, there it is for now, guys. This thing is really throwing out the heat. I like it. And it's a whole lot quieter than my torpedo heater. I'll turn it on. See? heater I got. The exhaust on it is a whole lot hotter than the air coming out of the vent. Maybe I just didn't run it long enough, I don't know. But it literally sounds just like this. When you turn it on, you hear the fan winding up, you hear the pump tick, 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 tick. It lights, and then everything starts really winding up faster, and then boom, it's like this. It's set at 1 RPM, it's throwing heat out. Yeah, we still got that one battery light, and I guarantee you it's from that used battery. If it was charged up like the brand new one was, and I literally just went down to Atwood's and bought this battery. This battery. This is the one I had on the mower. They're almost the same exact size, and that could be it too. One's got a little more cranking amps than the other, but anyhow, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, go check out my channel. I got plenty of other videos on all kinds of stuff on there. I'm going to do a few more review videos as I buy more stuff off of Beaver. There's the Nitro orange box sitting up there that I did another video on. There's that heater, which I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.